Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn to style images. Alright, I'm going to go to this folder and open up the website. Okay, and I'll open the style sheet too. Okay, I'll open this HTML file in Notepad. Alright, so now here you can see we have an image of ginseng, correct? So let us see the code that we have used for image. Okay, so here is the image code of ginseng. So you can see we have set width to 400 and height to 200, and we have done this using HTML. All right, using HTML. But this is not a good way to style image. We generally do not use HTML to style image. Alright, so let us correct this using CSS. So here I'll add a class. Okay, I'll add a class. So let this be here for now. Let this be here for now. I will add a class of gin image. Okay, gin image. So let it be like this. I'll save it and I'll go to the style sheet, and here down below I'll say dot gin image. Okay, and then I'll open this, and here I'll say width. Okay, width and 500 px. Okay, width 500 px, and I'll close it. Okay, I'll close it. So let me save it. Let me save it. Initially in the HTML file the width was 400, and now I am setting it to 500. I'll refresh it, and you can see the width of the image changed to 500. Okay, changed to 500. So this value that we had given in HTML was overridden by this value. Okay, so this was given priority and this was neglected. Okay, but then you can see that the image has stretched out. Okay, image has been stretched out. We have to maintain something called as aspect ratio to get proper image. There is a ratio of width and height, and for image to look proper, the aspect ratio must be proper. Or in other words, in simple words, we have to do something so that the image looks proper and not stretched out like this. Okay, for that we need to mention height as auto. Okay, height as auto. So let me save it and let me refresh it here, and you can see the height got adjusted according to the width that we had provided. Okay, so according to this width the height was auto adjusted so that we get a proper image. All right, now we need to provide this. We need to provide this only if we provide this, or if we have provided height, if we have provided height, or if we have mentioned height, or if we have written height value in HTML, then you need to mention auto here in CSS. Okay, whereas if you do not mention height, here, so let me delete width also. If you do not mention the dimension of the image in HTML, let me save it, then only mentioning width is sufficient. Okay, so let me save it and let me refresh it. So you can see no change here. That means the height was auto adjusted according to the width. Okay, auto adjusted according to the width. So if you do not mention the dimension of image in HTML, then all you need to do is mention the height or width. okay, height or width, and the other one will be adjusted according to the mentioned value. So let me say height, okay, let me say height and let me say 200, okay, and let me save it. Now when I refresh, the height is set to 200 pixels, but the width is set automatically. Okay, we have not mentioned anything. We have not mentioned anything. So the width is set automatically so that we get a proper picture. Okay, proper picture. But if you had mentioned width in HTML, if you had mentioned width in HTML, then you should have mentioned width as auto here, okay. So this is how you style image in CSS. All right, so let me delete this, let me delete it, and let me change this to 400 and let me save it. Okay, yeah, so the width and height, so height is 400, width gets automatically adjusted according to this. Okay, so this is how you style image. So let me change back to 250 and let me save it and let me refresh it. So this is enough. So you can go ahead and style rest of the images. Okay, style rest of the images. Next, what we can do is let me go to this, okay, cinnamon, so that you can, yeah, you can notice this, the change properly. I'll go to cinnamon and yeah, all right, so I'll delete this, okay, delete, and I'll say class equal to gin image. Okay, I'll keep the same class and let me save it and let me refresh it. Okay, so now it is proper. So what you can do is you can set the border radius. Okay, I'll say border, okay, and radius. I'll say border and radius, and we have to mention a value. So let me say 10 pixels and show you the difference. Okay, so yeah, this is fine. So let me save it and see what happens to these corners here. Okay, these corners here. So let me refresh it and you can see we have rounded corners. Okay, rounded corners, and it is of 10 pixels. So let me change it to 20 and show you the difference. So I have saved it, and now when I refresh it, you can see we have more rounded corners. Okay, now you can also set it to percentage. So let me have 50% and see what I get. Okay, so you get something like this. Okay, so 50% of the value is reduced and you have an image like this. Okay, so this is obtained by border radius property and a value associated with it. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll have only 5 pixels. So this is enough for me. So let me save it and let me refresh it. Okay, next you have opacity. All right, opacity property, and the value varies from 0.0 to 1.0. Okay, so let me show you 0.9. all right, 0.9. So let me save it and let me refresh it, and you can see slightly it has become transparent. Okay, whereas let me change this to 0.1 and save it, and you can see it has become 90% transparent. Okay, it has become 90% transparent. So 0 is fully transparent and 1 is fully opaque. Okay, fully opaque. So 1.0 is fully opaque. So let me save it. Yeah, now this 1.0 is nothing but having no property at all. Both are same. Okay, so let me save it and let me refresh it. Okay, next what I want to show is, let me set width of the image as 100%. Okay, 100%. So instead of pixel value, I'm setting it to 100%. So let me go to 100%. Yeah. Okay. So let me save this. And then let me refresh it. And you can see the image is set to 100%. Now 100% means not 100% of the image size, 100% of the parent container in which image is in. Okay, image is in. So this image is independent now. It is independent. So it takes up 100% of the page. Okay, it takes the width of the page. That means from here till here will be the width of the image. So it takes up full width of the page. Alright. So let me set it to 50 and show it to you. Let me set it to 50. Yeah. Let me save it and let me refresh it. And you can see here, the width of the image is half of the width of the page. Okay, half of the width of the page. And let me resize this, and you can see even if I move even if I resize the page, this width remains or stays 50% of the page. Okay, so you can see even if I move the page or resize the page, not move the page, resize the page, the image width stays 50% of the page. Okay, so this is how you create responsive websites. Alright, so as you progress through your journey of web development, you will come across this. Okay, so let me go to 25%, and let me save it. Let me refresh it, and you can see 25%, and you can see it adjusts itself as I resize the page. Okay, so let me go back to 300 pixels for now, and let me save it. Okay, yes, so this is the next property. Next, let us center the image. Now, for centering the image, you need to convert this into a block element. Okay, so you know that an image is an inline element. So we have learnt about block image, a block element, inline element, and inline block elements in the previous video. Okay, so image is an inline element. So you need to convert this into block element before you can bring this to the center. Okay, so let us do that. We'll say display, and what do we say? We say block. Okay, we want to convert it into block, and then to bring it to the center, we have to say margin left auto and margin right auto. Okay, so this is what we use to bring an element to the center. Okay, so let me save it and let me refresh it to bring the image to the center. Okay, to bring the image to the center. Okay, so this is about styling images. I want you to go ahead and practice what we have learnt in this video. Style all the 4 images, set them proper, and bring them to the center. Okay, so that is the task for today. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.